My name is Harry, and I'm from London.
Meghan Markle here.
Today is March 14th, 2023. It is 1:22 a.m. I've been looking for tweets to share with you. I started this morning right after I finished my video that I edited, yesterday morning, the 13th. And as soon as I finished with everything, I started creating a list. And when I got back in the computer, and there's more stuff going on, so I have a lot, so I'm probably gonna have 2 videos on today's date. Okay, so new subscribers, welcome. Let's go on Twitter. This is the first one that I saw, and it came on my timeline, and I'm like, what are these people talking about? And I thought it was a squad who retweeted it, but apparently that Derangers thing come on my timeline. And then I saw another one. So let me just share with you, because the squad sort of squashed them pretty much. Okay. Meghan drops the pretend, show the true age, and LA get together with friends. Onlookers shocked as she looked years older from just days before. They're really trying. Look, this is Meghan. Okay, the other day. So for some reason, the moment they see that hand, Meghan's hand, for them, this is, okay, there's a close-up, okay? And this is Meghan's hand. I can't believe these people. I cannot believe these Derangers. This is a whole person. Oh, my God. Close-up of Meghan's hand shook onlookers. She's aged decades and mere days, said one person who asked their name not to be used. That's the source thing. Her hands look especially bad. These people, there's the squad coming. Maybe that's what I saw, and then I bookmarked it and went into it. Okay, try again, you sick liar. Get some help. You will never ever be in her league. Beautiful lady, beautiful hand. You have no shame. I mean, they don't see this is not Meghan's hand. Are you kidding me? Okay, whose hand are those? Answer below. Oh my God, they took it from a, how do you call this, like a spa kind of thing? This is the hand they took, oh my God, from this image. Tips and recommendation with Ayurveda. This is where they got the hand from. Oh my Lord, those Derangers. Those aren't even her hand. There's the rolling eye, blacked. Yeah, oh my Lord. There's another one that was talking about it. I'm sorry I'm sharing this, because the extent that these people went to pretend that this is Meghan's hand. So this, or maybe that's where I got it. Okay, is this one of the squad? Okay, 11 others that I follow. Okay, so this must have been what I saw, and then click on this. Okay, this is the one that I just went on, and then saw all of this. A Deranger scared of aging. Queen Meghan looks her age and is forever beautiful. It's a blessing. P.S. Next time, be sure not to use stock photos. Fake news. Yeah. Yeah, they got from stock photos, and the squad are good at looking for things. This is the screenshot of the one that I was just sharing with you. Oh my God, the stock photos. Oh my Lord. This is, so many people use it. And then they use it here as well. Jesus, my God. Okay, it really doesn't matter how this idiot Photoshop Meghan's pictures, because everyone who has seen or met her always comment on how beautiful she is. That pitiful, they can find anything to criticize her on, so they use stock photos. There's the laugh. They don't know about image searching capabilities, do they? It's definitely a malady. I bet them. Wait until they see Wadey Katie's hand. She's younger than Meg too. There's the rolling eye. Liars 2 and 2. Why? There's the laugh. Yeah, I don't even know why they went out of their way to go and do that. And the squad with their research capabilities, they went and look. All right, next tweet. Okay, they need to make her ambassador already. A custom, what's that? Dior, DDSOS. What does that mean? Okay, on Meghan's Dior's bag is just. Okay, there was a lot of fashion. Actually, I have a lot of fashion. Maybe it might be on video too, depending how fast I go with these tweets. All right, so there's Meghan here. Okay, what is DDSOS? Okay, I'm curious too. What is that? It's an abbreviation for Duchess of Sussex. DSS stands for Duchess or for of and Sussex. I think it's more Duke and Duchess. Okay, there should have been maybe they miss the abbreviation DD. Okay, Duke, Duchess. Okay, Harry or Meghan. O should have been here, Sussex, not SOS. Oh, I don't know. Maybe they got some arrangement of the abbreviation wrong. That's what I got somewhat. I don't know. I got a bit confused. DD could easily be Duke and Duchess, okay? And then O, if they wanted, they could have put the O and S, and without the extra S. Okay, let me move on because I don't know. I'm sure Dior would love to have Meghan as a brand ambassador. What I like, is it Dior that Johnny Depp is how do you call this, ambassador of, because they were the only one, I think, Sauvage. Is Sauvage part of Dior, who stood by him through and through, throughout all the noise that you've been hearing, that Johnny Depp was going through. Every other company dropped Johnny Depp except Sauvage. And Sauvage, I'm not sure if it's part of Dior, but they stood by him. The reason I bring that, there's some sort of when it comes with designers, they know, how will I say that? They know the type of personality, okay? And with Johnny Depp, he has that rough kind of looking person, but yet it's somewhat settled. Rough but settled, easy to the eyes. I'm not talking about Johnny Depp's beauty or anything. None of that. In terms of fashion looking, when you look at the clothes that he wears, it's kind of rough but yet settled. I don't know if I make sense. And then when you look at Meghan, when she wears certain dress, okay, it sort of represents her kind of attitude. So I guess this is why they are designers, because they know how to match personalities with clothes. Am I making sense, fashion people out there? I hope I make sense. I don't know. I've always told you I'm not a fashion person, but I'm just going based on what my eyes are seeing. Yeah, that's all. Okay, disappear to Africa, where you are. There's the haters here. As if, you know what? Let me just leave it as that. Okay, she is. Each time she wears Dior, there is an official statement acknowledging it. I think for Dior, she's the new Diana. Okay, let's move on to the next tweet. The Derangers always have to show up themselves. Everything is go back to Africa. All right, next tweet. Okay, it is easy for Kenzie Schofield. Who is that? Okay, Kenzie Schofield. Okay, to manipulate viewers. Fans are praising her for Oscar's narrative. Okay. They doesn't. Okay, they don't care about fans. British media are above the law, and they don't want to control the world and create false history with narratives to favor any rivals. The demons do exist in life. Wow, what did she say? Is that a video? No, that's a screenshot. Okay. The brilliant Kenzie Schofield on GB News talking all things Oscar. GB News Oscar 95. Okay, what did she say? This is not a video, so I don't know what she said. Okay, Jimmy Kimmel plans to roast. Okay, plans, but you don't know. So I didn't watch the Oscar. The Oscar was, was it on Sunday? So I didn't watch it, but I've seen a lot of tweets about it, and I have some fashion stuff that relate to the Oscars. So I don't know what Jimmy Kimmel says, and I wasn't even sure he was the host. Okay, Jimmy Kimmel plans to roast. This only, plans to. Plans to tells you she has no idea. Okay, plans to roast Meghan. And why will any comedian tells you what they're going to be talking about? This will have to be seen the day of. All right, Meghan and Harry at the Oscars, Kentucky Schofield. Okay, Jimmy Kimmel plans to roast Meghan and Harry at Oscars. Watch on TV. Oh my God. Whatever. Okay, now they are trying to change the narrative. Jimmy Kimmel then roast Harry and Meghan at the Oscars, so they are irrelevant. LOL. Apparently, the Archie and Lily news and Meghan's photos happy chick hit the Derangers hard last week, and they still haven't been able to recover. That's the one that I was talking before regarding where they took the picture of Meghan's hand and then they claimed the old person from the stock image was Meghan. Okay, she said on her delusional since 2017. Other liar heard from. She pretended to be in the know about the Oscar buzz. I wonder how she is explaining her embarrassing gaffe. She doesn't care. She move on to the next lie. And then the UK people never question things. This is why they are able to get away with it. Okay? It's mind-boggling for Derangers to still believe royal rats tales of Harry and Meghan, anything to confirm and comfort their hatred, disdain, obsession toward Harry and Meghan. There should be a social study on this phenomenon. It's the people who are listening to them. These are the ones we need to study their brain, because they know they keep on being lied to, but yet they keep on. I guess the anticipation and waiting is better than the actual living in the now. They don't want to hear reality. So those people, they're making money off of their delusional self, okay, of their hatred. Okay, Kenzie is a clown that needs to be starved and blacked ASAP. Oh, and report to. And then the thing is that once the UK is awakened, okay, from those delusional people, the same way Fox News is being served, these people, those royal rats, they're done with, because they can only be in the UK. I don't think anyone outside of the UK is going to hire them. They don't think about that. Okay, next tweet about Jimmy Kimmel. How dare Harry and Meghan prevent Jimmy Kimmel from making fun of them at the Oscar? Did they threaten to sue him if he did? She's making fun of that tweet that I just shared with you. Okay, why are they trying to censor everyone? They hate free speech. Weren't they at the Oscar? When will we see them again? His Majesty the King must remove that title. Okay, she's just making fun of the nonsense the UK people were talking about. Okay, Hollywood is not obsessed with the hackers. I think they have hit their rock bottom irrelevancy and Tinseltown. Oh, please. My last video, I spoke about this. Okay, Hollywood is not obsessed, but you sure are. That's definitely. I don't know why they're on to the Sussex Squad things. Okay, you're so failing in an attempt to make them special. They receive attention because they're begging for it. Because now Harry and Meghan are begging for it. Oh my God! It seems like this tweet was made for the Derangers. They're coming to respond. Harry and Meghan don't care about this. They know their worth. They don't need to flash in to be on the public eyes all the time. Okay? You're so failing in an attempt to make them special. They receive attention because they're begging for it. So just because someone is begging for it, you have to give it to them? Nah. Because they work for what they have, and when they do something, people talk about it. Okay? They receive attention because they're begging for it. Before they run out of those willing to pay to listen to them, crybaby. What was it? What was it? A couple of days ago, Harry had something with Better Up. I shared that with you. Could have been on my last video. Okay, so let them run their course. They're nothing without their title. Will end soon. Fine, their titles could be taken away. You better worry about really working to end his marriage to Mambo KKK so that he can make Rose his queen in due time. Yeah, I have something about that, by the way. Let's tweet, comment, and do that. Okay, I only worry about what concerns me. Oh, so was that the person? What concerns her? So it's Harry and Meghan is their concern? Oh my God. I only worry about what concerns me. Will doesn't worry me at all. Meghan and Harry are simply losers. That remains a fact, but don't worry about it. Rebuke your devil. Oh my God. I only worry. Oh my God. Okay, that needs to be black. Okay. Oh, wow, you're so smart. Oh my God, this is really funny. Okay, you see what's on the screen? I don't even know why Jodiva is responding. Why Jodiva is responding. Pause your screen and read it. That doesn't concern them, but Harry and Meghan concerns them. There's the laugh, there's this. Okay, I'm living for these tweets nowadays. Keep them coming. These are the squad. Okay, that crying baby is out and about. We are loving it. UK press is embarrassing. Okay, now I'm jet skiing on those tears. Baby, yeah. I miss it. How did they prevent Jimmy from doing anything? I got to stop reading this when you have the cry baby. I swear, damn you. I almost choked. Okay, love it as usual. There's this and that. Okay, let's move on to the next one. My goodness, the Derangers really... that doesn't concern me, but Harry and Meghan concern her. All right, next tweet. I need receipt to show how many people left the offices of the occupiers of KP to combat Gay Manc. Was it Manc's lies? Thanks. Okay, let's read this. Okay, the obsession with Meghan Markle is designed to discredit her. When a woman of color disrupt an elitist white institution and call out misogynoir in the media, she is a threat to existing power structures. By turning on the accusers, they deflect attention from themselves. Okay, her female staffers have left and drove. This isn't misogyny. Kate had 4 or 5 private secretaries in the past few years leave. Do you say the same about her? So this is where she's asking about the KP people. All right, here you go. The tweet is deleted by the tweet author. Thank you. Oh, I wish I had the... when I first saw it, I saw it, so she deleted it. Okay, there's that. Because it's account limit, who can see it? Okay, but this one is deleted. I did see it. She did put the list. Did something did tell me take a screenshot. I don't know why. Wow. Okay, if I have it, I'll put it. Okay, it gets on my damn nerve when I come across someone spouting this nonsense. Okay, let's see here. People are putting receipt. Despite the split, Mrs. Agnew, who had accompanied the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge on royal visit and joined the couple on their 2014 tour of Australia and New Zealand, was said to be shocked by the dismissal. Miss Agnew has become the second prominent female aide to have left as soon as she married. Kate's former private secretary, Rebecca Beacom, quit in 2017. So there's at least an idea how many people have left so far. Okay. The squad never fails. Thank you. There's that. Oh, there's more here. Kate Middleton, right-hand woman, resigned from job after just... There's another article here that we discussed that. Let's see this. Okay, check your DM. Okay. Kate is there's Peter Hunt. Kate is looking for her 4th private secretary. That's back in 2022. This is a true reporter. I think he's a professor, former BBC correspondent and present commentator, constitutional and royal issue for outlets. So that's not him who is the professor. There's one that I follow who's a professor and I follow on Twitter. So there he is here saying Kate is looking for her 4th private secretary in 5 years. No question asked. Okay, there's that. Thank you. I'm telling you, the squad are putting... Okay, maybe that was the receipt that I saw. Okay, royal wave goodbye, departures from William and Kate's staff. That's 2019. Okay, I'll enlarge it. You guys could look at it. A whole bunch of people. Up to 2021, Christian John, acting private secretary to the Duke of Cambridge, stepped down. Okay, there's that. 2019 to 2021, the number of privately hired staff, such as nannies or private household staff and protection officers who left the Cambridges is unknown, as the British media does not usually report on private staffing matters or security issues relating to the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge. Disclaimer, the data used for this list include roles and dates may be incorrect or incomplete. British media does not usually report on minor staff changes within the Cambridge's household or the Royal Foundation of the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge. So whatever you see here, I'm enlarge it. You guys could read it yourself. Okay, thank you. So there's more. The squad are putting receipt how many people have left and worked for the Cambridges. But for some reason, Meghan is the problem. Kate is looking for her fourth private secretary in 5 years. No question asked. All right, that's the same thing again. There's more, okay? So, oh my God, the squad keep on putting more. We say Kate loses her right-hand woman, loyal private secretary, stepped down just before royal new role as Princess of Wales. Okay. Oh, so this must be recent. Okay, December 4th, 2022. So there's that here. What else? The Duke and Duchess of Cambridge, Prince William and Kate Middleton have just put out a job posting for a new personal assistant, meaning you could be the next royal. Okay, so there's that. Let me move on. All right. But Meghan is the issue for these people. Next tweet. Okay, when I saw this, I did arrange it the wrong way. It should have been, maybe I'll bring the other one. Let's see. KFC was booed. All right, let me move. Okay, I'm gonna remove at least 3 other tweets and bring it before that. Before spare. Okay, I'll come back to this. Okay, this was on my, if I had 2 videos, this would have been on my second videos. All right, so there's me here. I think this should come first. Okay, this I share with you on my community board, just a screenshot. Okay, wow, they are out in full force today. King Charles III is in trouble. Okay, so let's listen. Do you hear what they're saying? Not my king. Okay. They didn't even turn. Yeah, that's it. He didn't. Both of them. They didn't even turn to say hi or anything. Oh my God! They just walked in. What are they yelling aside from booze? Okay, not my king. You hear it very clearly. Not my king. Why? Because they don't get to choose who they want as their president, head of state. Jesus. It isn't a democracy. Okay, they have a prime minister. The royal family doesn't really have much power as far as legislation or anything. Okay, yeah, right. We are not as dumb as they think we are. Well, they got you all the time. This is why they're still there. Okay, royal vetted more than 1,000 laws via Queen's consent. I've shared many of these things with you. When they know, or when the Queen was alive, and I'm sure Charles will be doing the same thing, when certain laws that's gonna be passed, they quickly ask the prime minister or whoever to show them what is gonna be passed. Okay, and then if it doesn't benefit them, they made the prime ministers or whoever write the laws to fix it in a way where it doesn't affect them. Okay, so it doesn't affect them, like paying taxes, like doing so many other things. Okay, so that I'll click on this and you guys could read it because I've mentioned it and so many times. I'll put the link in the description for you. You guys could read it. Okay, the sad thing is that when Harry and Meghan get booed, if they come to the coronation, they'll now convince themselves all the boos were for Charles. Let's see here. But isn't this tweet about Charles? Why bring the Duke and Duchess into it? Okay, what? You can't be serious. Really? These people are deranged. Oh my God. It's what he deserved. Was someone using a whistle to drown out the noise, not my king, chant, or the boos. Okay, let's see what he says here. Yes, probably someone from the royal voters. Yes, that's crazy. Yep. Okay. Yep. No real supporters. There's the clap. Unfortunately for Charles, the former queen had been there for most people's whole life, but now she's gone. It doesn't feel like a monarchy without her. He hasn't done himself any favor with the multi-million-pound coronation. Well, it didn't happen yet, so we don't know. 2 new thrones and the new gold carriage either. Okay, let's see. 5 comment in here. Truth. Don't forget the mistress. The mistress. Lots of money to spend on another man's ex-wife. Okay, or that woman. First one in 70 years. Doesn't happen every 4 or 5 years like prime minister. Member of parliament or senators. Charles has given several billion of pounds to the Esquire, which will more than cover the cost. Camilla doesn't go around looking for cameras. She just get on with doing her duties. Screwing things up. There was a tweet that I saw. I don't know if I bookmarked it, where they were saying she's saving the monarchy money by getting rid of some people. Oh, the maids. How do they call the maids? The something and waiting. And I'm like, no, she's removing her competitions. She thinks people, oh my God, I can't believe how stupid these people are. Anything that, any women that's close to Charles, she's trying to get rid of them. Okay? So they turn it into that she's saving the people money. Whatever. But anyway, let's go to the next one. It's making reference to Charles as well. And I just rearranged these. You had to see these before the other one. Okay? I'm not a fan of Charles. Never have been since he was married to Diana. But sheesh, look at him in this picture. He looked miserable, as if to be thinking, what in the world have I done? And then Camilla looks like she's saying to herself, tee-hee, I got what I want. Yeah, I truly believe so. I truly believe so. She got rid of anybody who's close to him, so she could be the only one. I mean, we could hate her as much as we want, but she knows how to play the game. Okay? To be one heck of a woman who's freaking lazy as hell, to be in that level, my goodness. And then to get Diana as pretty as she was, and to make Charles see Diana completely different. She's one heck of a, how do you call this? Psychologist. You gotta give it to her in that part. Okay? Let's not kid ourselves. You gotta give it to her, and manipulating people make you see things another completely way. All right? There's me here when I first saw it. Oh, yeah, right here. Okay. OMG, he looks miserable. Okay, he really does. I actually feel a bit sorry for him. No, I don't. Okay, he messed up big time because he's a huge manipulator himself. What he did to Diana can never be forgiven. Nah. There's me here. Like Diana said, she wishes for him to have peace of mind. I'll put that video where she said it, the audio at least.
That when Prince William comes of age, that he were to succeed the Queen rather than the current Prince of Wales.
My wish is that my husband finds peace of mind. And from that follows other things, yes.
Okay. His eyebrows have their own personalities. Oh my God. His eyebrows have their own personalities. I noticed that. There's the laugh. He looks like he's aged 20 years since he became king. Yep. Including was his brother, his younger brother. What do you call it? Well, everybody else is younger than him. Edward. Okay. When he dies, she will be queen. No, she's not a blood. She will actually be queen consort regnant. Camilla and Princess Kate will become Queen Kate, with Prince William becoming King William, and the whole event of that happening. She's older than he is. False. Her title will be Dowager Queen, and Kate Middleton will be Queen Consort. All right, next tweet. I wonder how she's manipulating anybody else. I don't know, to keep Charles as long as possible. Okay, so now this should have been the one that I postponed. I'm making some changes, turn some stuff around. Not that. This will come afterward. This one. Now this one. Now that you see the video, now you see Charles inside with Camilla. Now we get to see it. This is someone in the crowd who was chanting, "Not my king." Okay, spare. All spares, not heirs. Okay, that was the tweet. Okay, let's go into that. Spare. Okay, damn, 100% thumbs up. Winner of the internet for that sign. Yep, she meant it too. Yep, it looks like it. Ouch. Oh, damn. That is true. Yeah, all spares, not heirs. There's that. She remind me, what's this guy? Is it Angela Jolie father? John Voight or something? What's John? What do you spell? John Voight. Him. I think I can't believe I remember his name. John Voight. Yeah! Look at the chick. John Voight. Oh my God, I can't believe I remember his name. That's Angela Jolie's father, John Voight. Look at her. You see? All right, so let's go to the next tweet. Someone is up. I'm hearing some noise. Oh, the heater stopped. Well, it's completely off. Maybe the building turned it off completely. I'm not hearing the noise, so that's good. All right, next tweet. I love this for them. Go to bed. Camilla Tomney is a liar. You just have to make something up in the morning. Okay, she retweeted that. If you ever feel down, just remember that the British press pulled an all-nighter expecting Jimmy Kimmel to roast Harry and Meghan at the Oscar to show that America has turned their backs on them. That didn't happen, so they have to console themselves with a cartoon. Even if, I mean, what is it? Saturday Night Live made fun of President Obama, George Bush, a lot of other actors, depending on what's on the news. Okay? So just because they make fun of somebody, that doesn't mean their career is completely over. But sometimes when somebody's career is over, they they make fun of that too. But that should not determine if someone is done with. But whatever, these are the things that make these people happy over there. When they wish ill on somebody and they can't. This is what really keeping them up. I can't believe this. This is the way the UK, I guess, survive, breathe or something like that. Because when they see someone else is miserable, that's what keeps them alive. My goodness, the whole island of doom and Royal Vat be like, yeah, probably there's this 100%. They come out saying America has fallen out with them, not the British media, or crying inside with hate. Good that he did. I was just trying to find out. Thank you. I mean, when you hear the Royal Vat saying will be, is going to, they don't know shit. All right, next tweet. There's that here. Angela Leviathan, what is it? Leviathan is such a clown. The hag being mad because Meghan is confident is hilarious. Okay, she retweeted that. Okay, so there's one comment under that, so I could be done with it. She is a vile old woman. I don't understand why people give her air. Like I was just saying a few minutes ago, the UK seems to survive on hating on somebody else. Okay, so there's a lot of tweets. A lot. Oh, it's a thread. It's a thread. I'm not going through all of them. Okay, so this is the one I just. Oh, there's more. She stand out. Look at her. All spare, not heirs. This is very interesting. That's the one I just shared with you. All right. Okay. What are these things? Okay. I want to focus on only that because there's a lot. Okay. So this is a thread. So somebody retweet. There it is again. Okay. Okay. I just realized that. I didn't know. Go. Oh, she was there too. Who was that? Alexander Burke, A Lovely Day, Westminster Abbey. So something was happening in the UK regarding that. Okay, so let's focus on that only, and then I'll move on to my next tweet. Okay, these two are crazy. The witches. These two witches are crazy. Apparently, the Sussexes have a spy in the palace. What is it? The Sussexes have a spy in the palace who told them about the Duke and Duchess of Edinburgh. Edinburgh were going to get their titles, so they announced theirs, and Meghan went out on International Women's Days 2023 smirking. Oh my God. Wow, they really know how to spend things. Okay, Meghan was all confident and happy that she scored a win, but I think it's awful to manage your children in that sort of way. You mean to tell... Oh, remember that tweet where the squad... But all those headlines, how Meghan ruined those people's day, things that probably people will never know, but for some reason, due to coincidences, it happened, even if it happened days before. Okay, Angela Levine joined Nan Kwan to discuss the Sussexes christening their children and prince and princess. I mean, then they said they will not be talking about Harry and Meghan. Why?
Whether Harry and Meghan had...
I thought it was an image, but let's start all over.
Whether Harry and Meghan had heard this. They've got a spy here, and they knew that they were getting it, so they had to get their prince and princess.
A spy? How the hell? So, I can't believe this. Remember the People magazine? Okay, I did record it. I need to. I read it and recorded. Maybe I need to share it with you. My God, are these people for real? So just because Meghan, so another word, her christening was planned around whatever she's saying here because they have a spy in there. This is freaking ridiculous. But let's listen.
Lilibet in
right. You think
before.
Think that's why they did that?
Well, I think that's after the fact that, you know, that they'd had a bad time with Frogmore, that they would actually come back with that, a tit for tat, in mighty letters. And also they could come in the middle of the other one that's coming out. And, you know, if you saw Meghan's smirk as she went walking in USA.
They're really paying attention to her. Oh my God, the smirk, the this, the that. Oh my God, these people are fully delusional. I cannot believe these people.
Which we haven't seen anything of her for ages. That she was all confident and happy that she'd scored a goal. But I think it's actually awful to manage your children in that sort of way. They said before whether Harry...
let me read some comment. I can't believe this. Oh, this is the thing. They went on there. Okay. All that money spent and still all three look ridiculous. Okay. Let me go into that. Okay. There's a lot. Oh, I see Gladys changes her clothes. Apparently, they'll be having a reception after the coronation. I hope if they come, they go right back to Frogmore for Archie's birthday party. What? Okay, like I said, let me focus on the thing that I bookmarked. I wasn't planning on doing this. All right, next tweet. Okay, next one. It will never be not funny to me that the royal family made a huge deal out of Harry and Meghan departure and an equally big deal when a year later they confirmed they want to go back. They were really hoping our faves will return to dusty-ass royal rats duties. Good time. All right, let's see here. That was back in 2021. Harry and Meghan will not return as working royals, says Palace. Duke and Duchess of Sussex to give up honorary military appointment and royal patronages. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex will not return as working member of the royal family, Buckingham Palace has said. Prince Harry and Meghan are also giving up their royal patronages. This is where service is universal. They don't need to attach with the royal family to do anything. And we have seen how much they've done so far since they left. They have done a huge thing. The announcement follows weeks of speculation about their future as the one-year review of their position announced at the time they move away from the UK neared. Okay, during the, the one-year review, this is where Harry and Meghan were supposed to sort things out or whatever, but when they realize they're not coming, they start stripping them out of more things to make their life a living hell a little bit more insane. They miscalculated big time on how popular Harry and Meghan were and were dismissive of Harry's attempt to reconcile. Furthermore, they were so arrogant as to believe they held all the cards when in actual fact it was the other way around. Okay, I'm so glad every bad things they wish on Harry and Meghan is happening to them. The bulls and not my king protest. That's the laugh. Okay, let's go to the next tweet. Oh, come on. All right, there's that. True love. This one, this should have been completely. I'm gonna rearrange that as well. No, no. Let's leave it as that. This is a deranger that somehow popped up on my feed. I'm just going to share that one. I'm not even going to read all of the comments under there because it's a derangers. When I saw that, I decided to add it onto the list because how the derangers are going about it. And then the next tweets that come after, I'll show you what the tabloid are saying. Okay, true love is never forced. It's never theatrical. It flows naturally. Acting is not required. Look below at the Prince and Princess of Wales. They are legit acting like high school lovers after over 20 years together. This is pure and sweet. Okay? It's just a 3 seconds GIF. Okay? That's it. That's all I'm going to show you because it's from a Derangers. Now, next tweet. This is where the thing is coming out. You're going to laugh. There's okay, so this was the one. This was the tweet that was supposed to come after the other one. But all right, so let's get to this one. Okay, wait a minute. He throws things at her. Remember the other tweet about the Derangers saying how much they love? This is why this was supposed to be before that. Let me open a new tab. Let's do this one. Okay, remember this tweet? Okay, how they were, true love is never forced. It's never theatrical. This one, remember that? This is what was supposed to come after that. Okay, wait a minute. He threw things at her. There's the looking eye. From Yahoo, Prince William and Kate Middleton reportedly get in terrible fight. It's not all sweetness. Okay, that was March 13, yesterday, 2023. Okay, there's the link of the article. Do you want to see it? I'll click on it. You guys could read it. Okay, so there's two links. You're going to have this from, what is it, The Guardian, regarding the Queen vetted laws to benefit her. And you're going to have this Yahoo article for you to read regarding the fight between Kate and William. Okay, I'm not going to read it here. The stepmother is talking to her press friends again. And that's some shit. Okay, but I'm so skinny, he misses everything. Okay, Willie is an abuser. It's so bad now that I can tell at what stage of that abusive cycle these two are in now. See picture below. Okay, also, that whole don't tell Meghan about our little fight here, Harry, right after a very violent act happened. All right, so there's this here. You could pause your screen, and read that. This is different stages that she's making reference to. Okay, this is when we need the link to click and pass on. All right, so this is why I'm saying I'm going to share that link with you. Okay, there are pics or videos of him as kid hitting, slapping Charles on the head during an outing. Diana couldn't reprimand him past a certain age anymore, it seems. Heirs protected. There's the thinking. Sound on point for William. I actually don't care about these two. Hope they have a nice life. Okay, my husband and I get into awful fights sometimes as well. It's a passionate... What? To be in a physical fight? That's not, how do you call this, healthy? My goodness. My husband and I get into awful fights sometime as well. It's a passionate relationship that has lasted 22 years so far. Nothing's wrong with disagreeing. But throwing things. What if you throw something and hit her in the head? Sometimes a small little object, if it hits you in the wrong spot, like your temple, for instance, okay, that could kill you. Okay, it's ice cold indifference that the killer in the relationship. Oh my God, these people, they live in violence. These are savages. Okay, did he point her finger at her face? Let's see here. Okay, I feel sorry for their 3 kids. This is the thing when Meghan was asking Harry, did you ever see things like that in your family? And Harry said yes. So this is the thing. It continues again. It passes on.
Suffered. Do everything you can to make sure that whatever experiences negative experiences that you had, that you can make it right for your kids. We chose to put our mental health first. That's what we're doing, and that's what we will continue to do. Isn't this all about breaking the cycle? Isn't this all about making sure that history doesn't repeat itself? That whatever pain and suffering has happened to you, that you don't pass on?
Okay, these two are uninteresting to me, that I don't even desire to read their tea-ish. All right, there's more. I need to move on. All right. This is my last one, and I'm gonna do no, there's 2 more. Oh damn. Okay, there's this. All right, they are preparing royal friendom for a divorce. Prince William throws things at Kate Middleton. She throws things back at him too, apparently. Okay, so she took screenshot. Okay, Prince William and Kate Middleton reportedly get in a terrible fight. It's not all sweetness. So that's that tweet that I just showed you. The link will be in the description. While people can get caught up in royal titles and glamorous outing, people, let's see, it's not all sweetness. They have terrible rules where they throw things at each other. Kate might seem to be a very calm person, and William also, that's in quote, Quinn said to Fox News about what he learned, but it's not always true, because the big stress for William and Kate is that they're constantly surrounded by palace aides. It's like a Jane Austen novel. One close source said in the book that people can tell when William is cross, with Kate claiming he'll call her darling with sign of annoyance. Oh my God. Okay, this might have something to do about what happened with Iman Islamic leader, in my opinion. Okay, I was saying that because they were fighting, this probably have something to do what happened at the mosque, or when they met the Iman, where Kate reached her hand to shake his hand. I don't know. Okay, we know whose behavior, number 3, is mimicking. Okay, I agree. Kate is going to be pushed out of the family slowly. Hope she has a plan, because the writing is on the wall. All right, that's commercial. There's this, and they try to push Harry and Meghan apart. There's the T. Nah, they are trying to make them more human and less robotic. Nah. Okay, but less human, but I mean, less robotic, more human, but you have to be in a fight. Oh my God, I don't know the sense of these people. Okay, they may just finally be realizing that it's what makes Harry and Meghan so relatable. But Harry and Meghan don't fight like that. There's disagreement. Once it gets out of hand, one of them move out of the room. Okay, I don't hear things well, we will never know. Okay, things doing, I don't think Meghan will accept that. Okay, but like everything else, they have no idea how to make these creatures, really relatable. Whispers, because they're not. Okay, the sad thing is, this isn't surprising. The way the kids treat Kate in public was the first hint to me. That's learned behavior. Then you have the pics of William seemingly angry at Kate lately. There has been more talk of his mistress as well. Okay, also, to expand on this tweet, they've curiously been placing Kate on the end of a group pictures, basically to crab zone. Oh, I don't know. I don't follow them, so I won't know. Okay, for the first time ever, my Google News feed had an article essentially confirming the rumors of his affair. It was a tabloid, but still. Okay, so let's see here. Considering those kinds of articles are deleted almost immediately, the amount of hours it's up is the statement. All right. All right, let's move on. Let's move on. Okay, this is my last one regarding Kate and William. All right. There's that. They have at least one full-time live-in nanny. The excuses aren't excusing anymore. Okay. There was something. I think I was reading some of the comments to see what was going on, and I think they said Kate missed an event, and then they give an excuse about something. She had nanny issues or something. Let's read. I mean, I guess it's good she didn't keep people waiting for over an hour like she did the last time there was a childcare issue. Okay, she is the top CEO. So much thing to do. There's that. There's the question. I feel like I've missed something. She probably didn't want to be around William for too long. Okay, she's tired. There's the question. These are people who's not sure what's going on. Back in rehab, huh? Maybe this time her stepmother-in-law can join her. That's what I was thinking. Plus, the kids are older. Okay, what happened? So this is where the answer comes. I think I read it here. Okay, Kate missed an event, and the tabloid right gave the ridiculous excuse that childcare issue were to blame. There's that. Thanks for clearing things up. Okay, so let's see. Let me look at the next tweet to see if it's worth this here. Okay, the bee and fly and wasps are doing everything to damage monarchy reputation. The royal family are at fault for hiring them without brains. The black Harry and Meghan from Queen lie about booking printer, forge signatures, leaking info, support Bin Laden family, money and bags, work with British media, and many more Harry and Meghan. Okay, so that's not what I thought I had next, but let's read that anyway. The Buckingham Palace staff, specifically the Queen's private secretary and his allies, were not fans of Meghan. According to Lacey, Meghan joined the family right as the staff shakeup at Buckingham Palace had become contentious. The Queen's longtime right-hand man, Christopher Gate, had been pushed out of his role and was replaced of Edward Young. This you should know by now. When I was talking about security, these names should not be news to you. Those who have been following me and PYTE. Okay? Christopher Gate had been pushed out of his role and his replacement, Edward Young. Gate was the guy who really focused on the crown. Okay? Made sure to protect the crown. But Edward Young is the guy that Charles and what's the other one? Andrew replaced, because he was a yes-sir kind of man who will do whatever Charles and the other one wants. Okay, so it was Charles and was it Andrew who removed Christopher Gates. They put their heads together to remove him, and they overwrite the queens. Okay, 2 heads against 1, overwrite the queen, and got rid of Christopher Gates. But he was the best one though. But Edward Young is the one who's the yes sir. Whatever Charles wants, he does it. Okay, so let's continue. Just to give you an idea, Edward Young was not as beloved or competent a manager. As a result, unflattering leaks from palace insiders went up considerably starting in late 2017. And also, I like to add, Anne and Edward did not like Edward Young. Okay, they were more for the queen, but because, for instance, Anne was not heir to the throne due to laws, you know, and Edward, forget it, he's irrelevant. But Andrew, who is pretty much the spare for Charles, so this is why he was able to put heads together with Charles to get things done. Okay, maybe that's why also Charles can't really get rid of of Andrew, because Andrew had helped him get certain things done. All right, but let's continue. As a result, unflattering leaks from palace insiders went up considerably starting in late 2017, meaning that some of the venom aimed at Meghan might have been a coincidence. Lacey also believed that Young particularly disliked Meghan and thus settled her with a light, boring schedule that didn't allow her to get involved. Okay, her 2 signature projects from her years at the palace, the cookbook she worked on with Grenfell Tower fire survivors and the issue of British Vogue she guest edited, were both developed without the help of the palace. Wow, this is even better. Without the help of the palace, and made some insider angry. They don't want to give her things, and she came to work, so she did what she needed to do. She then leaked it. It was until after, so they got pissed off. You could see why. Oh my God. Wow. And that really got them really angry. I didn't know about this. All right. And continue to do real damage to the country's image, losing Commonwealth countries in real time. Let's see here. Keir Sermon. In 2019, I'm hoping the British royal family, those in royal circles and journalists truly demonstrate that they can embrace an American woman of color. They should welcome Meghan's work ethic and her confidence. Otherwise, they'll do real damage to Britain's image. It's been downhill ever since. Okay, thanks for sharing that. There's the thumbs up. Robert Lacey wrote, "The Queen depended on Christopher Gate." There's the guy again. He was competent, had a good understanding of what was best for the monarchy. This is what I was telling you. He was focusing on the crown. Everything, every decision he made was for the crown. He wasn't any favorite of anybody. This is why Andrew and Charles did not like him. So they put heads together and get rid of them. So there's more tweets to back up some of the things that I've said. And for those who are new on this channel, go to PYTE channel to read more about heavy security and all of that. This is where some of this information are in. All right. And the importance of making it relevant. He had protected and supported Harry and Meghan and encouraged the half and half out option. Okay, there's that. Thank you for letting me know that. There's 2 comments under it. Let's see here. There's that. Gates seemed to welcome Meghan at the university in London, where all the students and staff greeted her. Fun days. Okay, yes, he welcomed Meghan into the... This is the thing. He was worrying about the crown. He knew what was best for the crown. This is what his image... He didn't see color. He didn't see anything. What is best for the crown? How it will benefit the family in the long run. Okay? Protecting the crown is pretty much protecting the royal family. But those hateful idiots taking this to a personal level where you could see the down effect of things, where I've showed you there's not my king protesting and all of that. Okay, Gates seemed to, okay, I read that. Yes, he welcomed Meghan into the royal family, according to Robert Lacey. The Queen appointed Christopher Gate as her advisor. Wow, that was really high up there. Maybe this is why they got rid of him. Wow, this part, it's news to me here about being a close advisor. Okay, after he was no longer her private secretary, Gate advised the Queen best for Harry and Meghan to live overseas in a Commonwealth country and continue royal duties. Wow. This is even better news here. Okay. The family is the problem, not the staff. That's the thing here. Okay. The family have not changed from the days of Diana till today. So how is this the staff? Anything to dispute the racism? Yeah, I know. But the Twitter's note is short. However, royal family, okay, family are racist and are always the problem. They were brainless when hiring these snakes as staff. There's the thumbs up. Don't forget Knopf. He is the biggest fish out of the wasp, fly, and bees. And one of the things that I said, I remember my reaction the moment I was reading and recording. And when they hire former politician, I was like, oh my God, why would they hire politician? Because I always consider the politician, you know, elected officials as one group of government, and then you have the royal family as another group of another branch, I should say, not group, another branch of government in the UK, and then you have the tabloid to persuade people to do all of that as another branch of government. These three branches should not be on the same page. The moment they are on the same page is a recipe for disaster for the country as a whole. And so far, this is what's happening. Okay, there should be check and balances. Okay, so what's really keeping the UK on a life support right now? It's reporters like Byline reporters or the independent reporters. This is what keeping the UK on life support, because they are checking all those people who are doing the wrong thing. Okay, so was Meghan under Queen or Charles hierarchy? Both. There's me here. Not new to me. Okay, I should say not news. Not news to me. So the writing on the wall, the British family want to hear what they want, and they were telling them what they wanted, and at the same time, self-destruct. Okay, somebody like it and retweet it. I remember when the SmartWorks collection was launched, Meghan said she called the companies herself to see if they'll contribute. They were always so outraged whenever she did anything. Yeah, she started seeing the writing on the wall. So instead of having her, I'm just inputting my things here. Instead of telling, I guess, helpers. Remember, William's godmother was supposed to be her helper in my last video, and I said she must have been the eyes and ears for the royal family.
Also, it was that Lady Susan Hussey resigned and apologized for her unacceptable and deeply regrettable racial comments that she made.
Her name was Lady Hussey.
Lady Susan Hussey. And she was the person that Camilla and the Queen and everyone assigned to protect Meghan Markle.
And Meghan's circle. So she kept that under her own. She made the phone call herself. In other words, this is what's good being a boss. When you could do all of the steps yourself, and then when you hire someone, you could tell them what to do. And then if the person you hire is either incompetent or cannot do the work, you could easily, you know, fit into that box and do the work yourself. So Meghan was doing everything on her own. So that even add leverage to the work she just pulled out. Not only, this is why also, if you look at when I was talking about when she was doing the speech for Smart Work or something like that, some of the things that I've said, when you're in the background, you know all the ins and outs or how things were going on, it's easy to make the speech. I'm not saying speech are easy. This is not to say I will be able to do it much easier, but someone who's already in this high level of public speaking, it's even extra easier for her when she was hands-on, making the phone call, doing all of that. These are all the things she explained.
This is more than a cookbook. And what I mean by that is the power of food is more than just the meal itself. It is the story behind it. So, I thought that it would probably be helpful for you to understand how we ended up here today and why this collection was so important to conceive based on the visits and what I was seeing when I was on site at SmartWorks. And let's maybe go back a little bit. Should I hold for sound? They're grateful back there. When I first moved to the UK, it was incredibly important to me personally to be able to connect with people on the ground doing really important work. And one of the places that I went to very early on was SmartWorks. Now, funny enough, and purely by coincidence, it was just a year ago at this same time that I was working on a project in Grenfell with this woman at a community center. Separately, I thought, if this is going to be classics and essentials, what are traditional and quintessential British brands that I've become introduced to once I moved here that for me resonated and I knew would resonate with a SmartWorks customer? And that seemed obvious to do M&S and John Lewis, which I've worn quite a bit in the past year or two since I've been here, and they thankfully said yes as well, as did Misha. And the last company that I wanted to have be a part of this project was Jigsaw. And truth be told, that was because I had seen a campaign they had done the year before, that was really highlighting the diversity of the UK and the immigrant culture and how that was part of the fabric of the nation. And when I saw that, I was so touched by it, and I said, anyone who's seeing the world that way and seeing the community that way is someone that I think would be a great partner to have on this project. So they all said yes, and that was a great start.
Now I'm learning there was more behind it. She was doing all the things herself. Okay, because the palace did not want her to do anything because, hey, she's opening people's eyes. That's the whole point. Okay, because the royal family, not willing to do the kind of work that Meghan and Harry are willing to do. So Meghan is opening people's eyes. They be like, oh, no, this is all that is. Okay, the hatred toward Meghan is just that they've been into pretending. The royal family have been into pretending all their lives. They're there for the charities. They're there for all of this BS. I call it BS because they're just pretending. But there's Meghan here who come a few seconds. Okay, literally a few seconds. You could argue with me all you want. It's a few seconds. Look how much she's done. Opening people's eyes. And you see the cookbook kept these women going on throughout the pandemic and all of that. This is what the hard work is all about. So this is all why they really truly don't like her. But once you put the racism into place, okay, adding to it, it's like a quadruple whammy for Meghan. And then meanwhile, they were floating in the air because they did not want people, not only elevate people, like I've said with the school children, whenever I see that picture, okay, Meghan was a bright light to these children. So this is the same thing is playing out again. Okay, and then they add the racism into it to make people hate her more and run her out of the country. So they succeed. They succeed at that. The royal family succeed at that. They wanted their incompetence, their laziness be hidden behind closed doors. That's all it is. They didn't want people to know this is what they do. Just pretend, cut ribbon. Oh my God, I care about you. I this, lip services. Once they go home, they forget about anything else. I called them 9 to 12 crews.
Yeah, I think there's another factor here too, that Meghan is a very professional woman, and she's very American in that way. And the male-dominated culture, the royal household, doesn't like the kind of terms that they would use there, pushy American. They don't like pushy Americans, meaning that they don't like professional people who work hard. And a lot of the Debbie kind of girls who get to work inside the palace work from about 9 to 12 and then take the rest of the day off.
Okay, 9 to 12 crews, and after that they go home, play polo, do whatever they want. But Meghan was opening people's eyes. They gotta get rid of her. Okay, you see the same thing with Princess Diana. Okay, white, blonde, blue eyes. No, she was doing too good, especially when she left the royal family. And she had still, even though she was divorced to Charles, there was still connection with the royal family. Why? The kids. So they had to get rid of her. Okay, when you see the connection of things. But our prayers now is what really, doing that shield. You know, I don't want to say what it is, but it's our prayers we throw out for Harry and Meghan all the time is the shield that really, the extra thing that Princess Diana did not have. Okay, but let's read some more. Oh my God, I went on. Okay, that was my comment here. I remember when the SmartWorks collection was launched, Meghan says she called the companies herself to see if they contribute. They were always so outraged whenever she did anything. Okay, but she was welcome. That's rolling eye. Okay, I mean, this is the lip service. You have to know how to play the game. So Harry and Meghan, specifically Meghan, and now specifically Harry, because Harry's doing too much. Okay, and the royal family's eyes. But Meghan, she had to read between the lines and then act upon accordingly. Why are these men giving so much power? Okay, one of two. I read Robert Lacey's book, Charles and Andrew joined forces. There's the thing that I was telling you. Joined forces to oust the Queen's private secretary, Christopher Gate. Yes, he did. I didn't even read the book, but from what other things that I've read. Okay, he always did what was best for the monarchy. Okay, luckily I kept reading. There it is. What's best for the monarchy, the crown. That's all. Yes. Okay, he stood up for, Charles and Andrew, and they resented him. Okay, what's C and A? Charles and Andrew? Okay, they resented him. The Queen regretted giving in to Charles and Andrew by replacing Gates with Edward Young. Yeah, ever since they, how do you call this? Ever since they got rid of him, it's been downhill after downhill. What Charles and Andrew wanted, they couldn't get it from Gates because it wasn't beneficial to the monarchy. That's the thing. Okay, Charles and Andrew didn't see it that way. They want it, they want to have it. There was that limit with things, but because they couldn't get things, so they team up and got rid of him. Okay, and then it's been downgrade ever since. Okay, maybe if they did not CG, what's CG? Gate? What's the name? Lacey, Charles, and Andrew. Christopher. Okay, Christopher. I was looking for the first name. Okay, maybe if they did not oust Christopher Gate, that half in and half out arrangement could have been possible. Yeah, he would have made sure it worked. Okay, well, if that is the case, Meghan knows how to work, navigate, and coordinate. Of course, this is what I was saying. She knows every steps. Okay, she did. And look at this. It was beneficial to the crown, but they didn't see it that way. Okay, it says a lot about the caliber and wit Meghan has to thrive without aids, despite everything thrown at her. Respect. I'm telling you, it's adding more leverage now. Okay, I'm going to read as much as I can because this is really good. We're learning much more about that. Okay, bunch of horribles. The monarchy seems to be hell-bent on damaging their own reputation. That's all. Okay, if they dislike what was happening and how they were represented, they could have put a stop to it. Letting it happen and carry on means they agree with the abuse and misrepresentation. This is what they wanted. This is what they wanted. They wanted to say nonsense. Before, you didn't hear all this negativity on the tabloid until they replaced that other guy. Okay? So, and it somewhat coincide with Meghan's being married into the royal family. Okay? Just another point to prove that what Harry said in his book was true. Okay, this is good, fine. Wow, wow. Edward Young will get his karma. Well, we just have to say that he's just a yes sir man. I'm sorry. I mean, as bad as he may seem, he's just carrying out what Charles and the other ones are telling him. Okay? Because the other one stood firm. Okay? And I think the Queen respected Christopher Gate for his wisdom and how he helped sustain the monarchy. But Young, they put him in place to do as he is told. The heater is coming back. You're going to hear the noise again. Feel free to stop if you don't like the background noise. This I cannot help. Okay? So Young is just going to be doing what Charles and the others tell him to do. So whenever he does something, just know who's behind it. That's all. Okay? She did the Smart Work project also, or were very successful. Okay? You can block greatness. Okay? When the help has more power than the family members, there is a problem. Not one family member other than Harry protected her, abolish the monarchy. Okay, they threw her into the line of fire. Yeah. Okay, so Edward Young, some Venice men, come into a new role, and Meghan is his target right off the back. Shish, that's exactly that. That is exactly that. Okay, and then the royal family is hiding behind him. This is the thing. Sometimes when I pray something, foot soldiers, these are the ones. Okay, the foot soldiers. Why do I pray for foot soldiers? Because they're the one who's carrying out the work for these people. The royal family hide behind them. The royal rats, okay, royal family hide behind them. All of these are foot soldiers who's creating damage. And then on the long run, they're damaging the country. They're damaging their own self-reputation and all of that. Okay, that's why I love this woman. Give her something to do. She'll do her best at it. Okay, don't give her anything. She'll be creative. Okay, she'll be creative and make the best of it. The cookbook and her Vogue article did extremely well, and them some. What else they got? She's not lazy like Wonk. Just saying. Okay, there's more. Some senior members of the royal family were not happy with Young, who replaced Gate on the insistence of Charles and William. Okay, remember how I said these two were not approved of Young. They like Gates. Okay, these are the two well-minded royals, but they don't have any roles to play. Okay, let's read here. Princess Anne and Prince Edward call on the Queen to sack her private secretary, Sir Edward Young, for failing to get a grip of Prince Harry's split and Prince Andrew's scandal. Okay, so they were speaking up. Okay, the Queen's children, the ones who, very minor roles, Princess Anne and Edward, they were advising the Queens to do the right thing. But the other two seniors, who's higher up than them, which is Andrew and Charles, okay, override them. And the Queen had to listen to the ones who's heir to the throne. And then this is why Charles is in deep shit right now. Because, hey, this is where the throne was going to be handed to. So he had to start getting, I'm assuming, okay, based on the Queen's perspective. She knows she's old, she's about to go. So she has to somewhat agree with the one who's going to replace her when she's gone, which was Charles. But in the whole run, this is it. All right. So these two, this is why, hey, when you look at, whenever I'm talking about Edward and Princess Anne, what did I always say? I always, not admire, just respect them. They don't put the front pretending to do that. You giving them money, especially for Princess Anne, at least for her, that I'm aware of. They tell her, go cut ribbon. Guess what? She go cut ribbon. She does what the senior who's above her tell her to do for her to get her coin. Okay? To live the lifestyle that she does. Okay? And then she go about her business and do what she has to do. Edward, not so much. I don't know how much he does, with the exception when he went out with the Queen. This is the only negative thing I have with him. When that black person at the train station was showing the Queen something, and the Queen was asking questions, and the guy went to show the Queen the thing, and then he was not really pushing him, but getting in the way. Like, don't get close to my mother, this kind of thing. That rubbed me the wrong way. That's the only thing I could say about him. Okay? And then he had his other production, do the usual lies that the royal family does, but hey, it's not my money he was taking, so whatever. Okay, with Ardent Production, go on PYTE. I did a video about that. Yeah, I can't blame him for that, but hey, they let it go. The taxpayers don't mind. I don't care. But besides that, I don't have anything negative to say about him. He went to the Caribbean recently. Pretend he's all that. I don't care. He's just playing the role. They told him to go. He went and go. Okay, but his wife is a completely different story for me. Okay, I don't like his wife. I don't hate his wife. I just don't like her. Like her to the person, in a sense where how she treated Meghan when she herself married into the royal family to feel like she is above. Okay, to look down upon Meghan. Okay, that she is a baggage for God, but Edward is a completely story. Okay, and Princess Anne. So I read that. I'm telling you my feeling about it. Did I finish with it? Okay, so these two advised the Queen to get rid of Edward Young. Okay, and this should not be news to you if you've been following me. Okay, I've told you, and I read in other somewhat, I don't know, respectable articles. Oh, but there's more. Okay, Sir Edward Young, the Queen's private secretary, began his role when Lord Gate was ousted 2 years ago by Prince Charles and Andrew. See, there it is. Prince Charles and Andrew got together and got rid of him. But now he has become a scapegoat for the royal family recent troubles, with senior courtiers and even members of the family understood to include Princess Anne and Prince Edward, thinking he has failed to get a grip on the scandal. According to the Time, insiders said Young had let down the Queen because he was unable to let Charles, William and Harry, things they did not want to hear, and the way Gate was able to do. It has been claimed that the courtiers privately admitted that a lack of personal authority has made it difficult for him to defend the Queen's interests during the crisis. Okay, that's the point here. Queen's interest, the sovereign interest, the monarchy's best interest. Okay, this is the thing. What Gate was able to do, but Edward not so. All right, Sir Edward Young will help oversee crunch talks at Sandringham tomorrow with Charles, William, and Harry. Okay, this is where he gets in the way. When Harry was supposed to go meet with the Queen, or when Meghan was supposed to come and did all the stuff. Okay, he was the one who switched things around, create more chaos. Okay, now they're seeing the result of it. Okay, a source in the royal household told the publication, quote, "All the guns are blazing at Edward Young." Hey, he caused the problem, along with the people who put him. Senior courtiers and even members of the family understood to include Princess Anne and Prince Edward, pictured with his wife Sophie, Countess of Wessex, thinking he has failed to get a grip of the scandal. Okay, he has not geared up the system to protect the monarch. Very senior members of the royal family think he should go. Up until this point, Anne and Edward have both stayed out of the royal drama, including Harry and William's feud. The source added that it has now become a blame game and said that Young has failed to be wise and intuitive. Right? This should not be new to you guys. This is like repetition. It was also claimed that senior officials like Gates were warning about Harry and Meghan and Prince Andrew years ago, which is why Charles and Andrew got rid of him. Okay? So they warned them. That was Gates. Okay? Christopher Gate had warned them about Andrew because he was aware of the scandal with Virginia Giuffre. He was aware of all of this. And then with Meghan, married Harry, they were warning them because of the Commonwealth. This is why he was good. Christopher Gates was good as the job, protecting the crown. He wasn't about a yes sir kind of a person. Okay? So, okay, this is just reinforcing some of the things I've shared with you during the security thing with Harry. Okay? Let's read. Meghan's other signature project, Smart Work, whether the palace had involvement or not, is also clear her brainchild. It's self-sustaining and thriving, unlike most other charities and royal patronages. Like I said, Meghan did what was supposed to do. She's opening people's eyes, and this is the work the royal family were supposed to do. They've been there. How long they've been that type of monarchy? Okay, because it changed over time until it become to what it is now, where they don't have any power to make laws or anything like that. Okay, so this is what, in exchange, okay, to give up their power, okay, in exchange, this is what they were supposed to do, to help charities, sustain charities. But instead, what they have done, okay, I've said this before, now it's coming back into play again. They team up with politicians, okay? Politicians put people in need of charities.
Last night, my wife spent an hour trying to glue my daughter's school shoes back together because we can't afford to buy her a new pair. I mean, I'm 65, I've worked all my life, and we can't afford £20 for a pair of shoes. There's something wrong with society.
Politicians put people in need of charities.
I'm a dinner lady in Lancashire, and just before the summer holidays, when the cost of living crisis really started kicking off, I've just noticed I spend as much time taking food away from children as I do serving it. And to be honest, it's not what I took the job for. You know, I never dreamt that I'd be having to tell children you can't have that, you've no money on your account. And it used to be, you know, when I first started a year ago, okay, once a month, there might, you know, parents forget to put money on at the beginning of the month, and you get that. But now you're talking 10 to 15 children a shift every day, every single day, and I'm saying you can't have that. There's no money, you know. And it's breaking my heart. You know, you see them, they're in a queue full of all their peers and other school children, and it's humiliating for them. It's so humiliating. They just look at you like, well, what am I going to eat? And it's like, I can't give you anything. I'm sorry, you know. And I'm just dreading going back to work. I'm dreading October. And to be honest, it's getting to the point where I'm just like, I don't even think I can do this job anymore. I didn't take the job on to starve children. I'm sorry, it's just... You know, just something has to give, and I just don't think it should be children's spirits. You know, I'm sorry.
Politicians put people in need of charities.
So with the gas, electric and my mortgage, that's 75% of my wages gone, without anything else, without any, you know, council tax, water rates, car insurance, petrol, food, any of that. 75% of my wages gone.
Politicians put people in need of charities.
I can't remember the last time I went to a pub, because I can't pay, you know, £5 for a pint. It's beyond my means. So the local pub's now closed. Not entirely due to me not going there, but that's closed.
Do you find it hard?
Yes, yes.
And so are you optimistic at all about the future?
Optimism. It's not a word I use a lot these days. I'm not familiar with the term.
Politicians put people in need of charities.
Now, taking a look at poverty and health back here in Britain. Now, this week saw the inquest into the death of the young boy Awab Ishak, and the conclusion was that toxic mold in his house had led to his death.
Okay, look at so many people who cannot even pay their bills, where they're going to food banks for food, going to churches to get heat during the day while kids are in school and all that. I've shared some of these videos with you. Okay, put people in need of those charities, and then those royal family pretend they are helping charities. Okay, so this is what they turned this into. It's not funny, but it is. But instead, what they were supposed to do, it's what Meghan just did. Okay, self-sustain. Okay, but no. And then you have the other one was trying to take the money, what the cookbook raised, to put in his own personal pet project. And Harry and Meghan were not having it. Okay, where does Vanity Fair get all this information? Okay, there's that. Let them cry on. Thank goodness Harry and Meghan left that hopeless place. The faking going on at all costs, because everything they accuse Meghan has been proven wrong due to the fact Kate was insecure and her fans as well. They bought the liars immediately without question. Okay, on the flip side, it seems Meghan joined when the institution was transitioning from Queen's reign to Charles. Willie and other senior royals, Sussex was S, is maybe. It gave them a glimpse of what to expect when she finally dies, and they were able to bolt out. I don't think things would have improved now. And this is what I'm saying here. This is why the Queen, where I assume the Queen listened to Charles, because Charles, okay, Charles and Andrew, was going to be the heir to the throne. So if this is the way he wants to transition from the Queen to Charles, so he has to have what he wants, because hey, the Queen is no longer there. But at least when the Queen was there, she had someone competent to protect the establishment. Okay, why does the Edward Young guy dislike Meghan for? I mean, they're telling him what to do, and then once they give him the objective is to prevent Harry and Meghan, especially Meghan, to achieve anything. Okay, this is the objective. Okay, so he doesn't need any other cues from the West. Black, black, black. The same way the Republican was doing to President Obama. When President Obama came into power, into office, the aim was to black everything Obama was doing. They don't need they don't need to hear common sense. Oh, it's gonna be good for the country. No. President Obama wants that. It's no, 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 no. At some point, I remember thinking President Obama should play reverse psychology on these guys. Say you want something really bad, and then they will say no, and then you get what you want. but President Obama was too classy for that. Okay, why does the Edward Young guy dislike Meghan? Okay, I just read. Okay, I'm done with this. There's 6 comments into that. I don't want to go into it. Let me do 2 more. I think we're gonna be mostly about fashion and all of that. Okay, so I'm gonna leave this for the next tweet. Okay, for the next video. Let's put that here. Okay, so let's do a prayer. Prayer for what? Prayer for, let's say, foot soldiers. Okay, I haven't done that for a while. To have their own mind, to do the right thing, something like that. To not listen to those idiots telling them to ruin things. That's the idea that I'm having, but I don't know how to word it, so I go find a prayer for that. Prayer for foot soldiers to, let's say, to do the right thing. Okay, to do the right. Let's see what comes up. Okay, any side prayers? There's none. Something tells me this. Let's see here. Heavenly Father, I praise you in advance for your hand and protection over the soldiers of this great nation. Lord, they have answered a call to protect and defend their fellow countrymen. So today, I ask that you place a hedge of protection around them, be the shield that guide their steps. Nah, that's not what I'm looking for, but let's finish it though. So anyone who may have someone in the army, this is for them instead. Okay? Be their shield that guide their steps during the day, and the fire that light their path at night. Lord, I trust that while the weapon may form, it will not prosper. I thank you in advance for your protecting power from the tip of their head to the sole of their feet, as well as their heart and mind. I praise for your divine covering in Jesus' name. Amen. It didn't hit what I was looking for, but maybe my wording. Prayers for... let's just say people in general, maybe for people. Let's do that for. Let's see if I keep foot soldiers to carry out God's plan, or should I say work? Which one, plan or work? Let's do plan. What do we have? Okay, there's none, so let's go into that. Let's see. A short prayer for a soldier. I'm alone. I may not get what I'm looking for because I put the word soldier in it. Okay, let's say for people. Okay, let's just put people. And I think that's what's preventing me from getting what I need. Okay, yeah. Okay, but we're thinking more people who do work for other people to do the right thing. Father, we pray that you will help us to grow in discernment. Romans 12:2. Lead us on the path of wisdom and guard us from making foolish decisions. Help us to think clearly and to weigh correctly. This is the thing that I'm looking for. Give us the humility that seek and hears the wise counsel of others. Okay, this is something like that I'm looking for. All right, let's pick an image. Let's do this one. Okay, thy will be done. Okay, oh Lord, my heavenly Father, I praise your holy name. I pray for your will to be done in my life and this world, for your way to rule here on earth as it does in heaven. I am not in control, Lord. You are, even though that's often hard for me to admit and accept. I am releasing what comes next into your hands, O Lord, and trusting you fully. I want to step into whatever path you lay before me, even when it looks different from what I thought I wanted. For I know you have a bigger plan for my life, so I submit my life to you, to your will. I will trust and obey you with an eager and joyful heart. Father, you will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Amen. Okay, so that's a bit much better toward what I was looking for. Okay, so that said, please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. If you want to support this channel, there's a PayPal link and a Cash App link in the description. You could donate. Those who have donated, thank you. All right, so I'm going to do video number 2, and it's going to start with that. Okay, so that's it.
Lavanaka. It is a great privilege to be with all of you today.
You know, we ask for forgiveness and please come back.
As you saw me find the love and happiness that I'd hoped for all my life.